There's something inside that they can't get to, that they can't touch. It's yours.
I have to remind myself that some birds aren't meant to be caged. Their feathers are just too bright.
Hope is a good thing, maybe the best of things, and no good thing ever dies.
Salvation lies within.
My name is Red. I've been in Shawshank prison for over 40 years. Did something stupid when I was young, and spent the rest of my life locked behind these stone walls. Shawshank isn't just a place. It eats you up slowly, like water dripping on rock. At first you hate it, then you get used to it, and eventually you depend on it. I'm the guy who can get things. Cigarettes, beer, cards, even a little rock hammer. As long as it's not too crazy, I can probably find it. In here, these contraband items, they're like oxygen. They remind us we're still human. Then, in the spring of 1947, Andy Dufresne showed up, dressed like a banker, stood tall, eyes calm as still water. I bet he wouldn't last a month, but he did. He came to me, asked for a small hammer, said he liked carving rocks. I asked if he was planning to dig a tunnel. He laughed, said that'd take 600 years.
Okay.
Then I'd guess you want to escape. Tunnel under the wall, maybe. If I missed something here, what's funny?
You'll understand when you see the rock hammer.
I laughed too, and thought nothing more of it. But Andy was different. Unlike the rest of us, he hadn't been worn down. Every day he walked the yard, collected stones, carved little sculptures. Like he was on vacation, not doing life. One day, while we were tarring the roof, he overheard a guard complaining about inheritance tax.
35,000. That's what he left me.
Dollars?
Yep.
Holy shit, that's great. That's like winning the sweepstakes. Isn't it?
Dumb shit, what do you think the government's gonna do to me? Take a big wet bite out of my ass is what?
Andy stepped in and offered to help. We thought he'd get beat to a pulp. But a few days later, we were sitting on that same rooftop, drinking ice-cold beers under the sun. For a moment, we weren't prisoners, just a bunch of working men enjoying a break. Then he started writing letters shelving, inmate study, applying for library funds. He even secretly played an Italian opera over the loudspeakers once. None of us knew what they were singing, but it was like angels were flying through Shawshank. Andy said music reminded him that there are things no walls can hold. But I was afraid of hope. I told him hope's dangerous in here. It can drive a man insane. He looked at me and said,
A simple choice, really. Get busy living. You get busy dying.
Later, a young inmate named Tommy told us he knew who really killed Andy's wife. For a second, we thought Andy might finally go free. But Tommy was shot, and Andy was thrown into solitary confinement for 2 months. When he came out, he looked hollow. One night, he quietly told me, if I ever disappear, go find the big oak tree in Buxton. I thought he was going to kill himself. The next morning, he was gone. The warden ripped down the poster in his cell. Behind it was a tunnel. Andy had spent 19 years digging with that same little hammer. He crawled through 500 yards of sewer and came out the other side. Standing in the pouring rain, arms wide open, reborn. He took the warden's dirty money, sent evidence to the press, and vanished. Years later, I was granted parole.
I look back on the way I was then. A young, stupid kid who committed that terrible crime. I want to talk to him. I want to try to talk some sense to him. Tell him the way things are. But I can't. That kid's long gone, and this old man is all that's left. I gotta live with that.
But the outside world was too fast. Cars, noise, supermarkets. I couldn't sleep without the lights on. Felt like I was still in prison, just a bigger one. Then I remembered the tree. I went there, dug up a little tin box. Inside was a letter, some cash, and a line that said, "Hope is a good thing, Red. Maybe the best of things." Now, I'm on a southbound bus, watching the world blur by outside the window. I don't know if I'll find him. Don't know if he even remembers me. But I know this. I'm still alive. Some people stay trapped their whole lives, even after the bars are gone. Some spend their lives digging a way out. Andy dug for 19 years. But what he really escaped wasn't just prison. It was fear. Maybe we all have a Shawshank inside us. Maybe freedom isn't the absence of walls. It's whether you've got the courage to walk past them. I hope, this time, I'll finally learn how to live.